The prediction of how long DanMachi's story will last is something that fans often debate, and it's interesting to consider the possibilities based on the current pace of the story and Fujino Omori's writing style. If we look at the current progress, the story has already covered about 7 months in narrative time, while the writing has spanned several years. This gives us some perspective on how the narrative is moving forward. Many speculate that there are only 2 main arcs left to be explored. The most common estimate is that the series could wrap up in 7 more volumes, which, given the current release pace, could take 2 to 3 years. However, some believe that DanMachi still has at least 8 volumes left. If that's the case, the series could continue for up to 5 years, especially if the author chooses to thoroughly develop each arc and explore the world and characters more deeply. It's worth remembering that Fujino Omori has maintained a relatively constant pace, but like any author, he can vary it depending on his inspiration and other circumstances. Another point to consider is the complexity of future arcs. The narrative is at a point where conflicts are intensifying, and there is a possibility that the author will expand the DanMachi universe even further. In addition, the presence of mysteries and elements that are still unresolved may require additional volumes for a satisfactory conclusion. The most optimistic expectation places the end around volume 25, which would mean another 3 years of story, but considering the depth that the series can reach, it is plausible to think that Fujino Omori could extend this journey a little longer, perhaps exploring new challenges and adventures for Bel Cranel and his allies. Therefore, while it is difficult to predict with precision, we may be entering the final stretch of a saga that still has a lot to offer.